Boxing, despite its many critics who believe it is a barbaric, outdated sport, has helped shape the fabric of society for the better. The sport has been a shining light for equality, helping give voices to the oppressed and opportunities to the downtrodden. Boxing, for example, gave Nelson Mandela his first experience of true equality. Quote, "Boxing is egalitarian. In the ring, rank, age, colour and wealth are irrelevant." And this is the standout point of this entire video. As a fighter, all that matters from the perspective of other fighters and to a lesser extent fans is that you can fight. Your worth is based off your talent, and your earnings are based off how big your fan base is. Man, woman, black, white, mixed race, Asian, Muslim, Christian, atheist, it doesn't matter. And that is as close to equality as is likely to happen in any sport. Furthermore, boxing has been fundamental in changing attitudes towards racial equality. In England, boxing birthed the first black sports star in Bill Richmond. The former slave would fight the legendary Tom Cribb for the title, giving him a tough challenge. He even dropped Cribb before being knocked out himself in the later rounds. Richmond would use his earnings and reputation to establish London's first public boxing academy. He trained the wealthy and influential people of London of this time, including Lord Byron. This helped improve race relations and the public and personal perception of black people in the UK. He was also later invited to the coronation of King George. Boxing is also firmly intertwined with the success of the civil rights movement in America. The crown of heavyweight champion of the world held a tremendous amount of prestige and respect. This gave Muhammad Ali the platform to fight for black rights in America. After winning glory at the Olympics, Ali, then Cassius Clay, returned to a life of racial segregation that painted him as a second-class citizen. And although he harboured and publicised some of his own racist views, he did help achieve equal rights for black Americans.
I really believe that all white people are devils. I'm not going to be no phony.
It was his status as heavyweight champion that allowed him to reach and influence the views of Americans of all races to achieve equality. One of the debated topics in professional football is the lack of openly gay players. Obviously they exist, but because of the stigma from football fans, they refuse to come out. Recently, in an article for the Sun newspaper, a secret, closeted gay player wrote a piece about his fear of coming out of the closet and the stigma this would attach to him. There are, in fact, no openly gay players in the Premier League, and the fear and stigma of coming out is held as one of the greatest shames of English football. Boxing has no such stigma. Sticking with the Nelson Mandela quote, "It doesn't matter. If you can fight, you can fight." Orlando Cruz became the first openly gay boxer and was treated no different than anyone else. If anything, he was admired and respected for his courage. Far from ostracising him from the sport, his colourful story and talent paved the way for 2 world title shots. In the end, he lost twice to the better man. He didn't lose his shot at glory to sexual discrimination. He got his shot on merit and lost because he wasn't good enough. Boxing is also a driving force for equality in sport amongst sexes. Boxing gives women more opportunities than ever to compete on an elite stage. Fighters like Katie Taylor are leading the charge because of her tremendous talent and huge fan base. And although there will never be true equality of wages, this is not because of discrimination. It is impossible for there to be comparable wages amongst anyone in the sport. a world champion can often earn less than a fighter without a title but a large fan base. A fighter's wage is unique and based on a multitude of things such as fan base, talent, showmanship and KO ratio. Boxing is now giving female fighters a platform to build their own talent, fan base and charisma. They will make wages based off of this merit alone. This is true equality, the equality of opportunity. Far more equal and fair than equality of outcome, which robs the most talented and celebrated and gives to those less worthy. Fans of the sport have largely been receptive to female boxing also. The talent of fighters such as Katie Taylor and Claressa Shields is unquestionable. Also, the psychological differences and different character traits of females make the fights, interviews and fight build-up fascinating from a sociological standpoint. Boxing has also given traditionally oppressed groups such as black people in America and the traveller community in the UK a chance to thrive. Although this is now near eliminated, racial discrimination has stopped minority groups from climbing the ladder. Boxing has given these people a way to reach new heights and interact with and influence the establishment that control the order of the world. There are many critics of the sport, but as one of the original Olympic sports and oldest martial arts in the world, its influence is far-reaching, with roots into the fabric of society. Boxing has helped some achieve greatness, made great strides in equality, freedom and elevating the world for the better. Boxing is the most progressive sport in the world.